October 3rd, 2003, Safari's Wildlife Sanctuary, Oklahoma. A 32-year-old animal handler named Pete Getz entered an enclosure during routine feeding and tragically lost his life. The cause? Not a lion, not a tiger, a liger, a 900-pound hybrid valued at over $100,000. Over 1,000 of these hybrids live in the United States today. This raises a chilling question. Are we breeding monsters we can't control? This is the Liger breeding controversy, and why experts say it's deadlier than most people realize. Chapter 1. The Allure. Let's go back to where it started. 1981, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Dr. Bhagavan Antle bred a male African lion with a female Bengal tiger. The result? Hercules the Liger, Guinness World Record's largest living cat. 922 pounds, 11 feet long, 6 feet tall on all fours. By 2005, Hercules was valued at $100,000. Celebrities like Mike Tyson and Nicolas reportedly expressed interest, with price tags reaching $150,000 through private dealers. But here's what nobody was asking. What are the consequences of creating hybrid species that nature never intended? Chapter 2. The Mutation. Here's the disturbing science. In nature, lions and tigers never interbreed. Different continents, different ecosystems, separate evolutionary paths. But in captivity, humans forced it, and the genetic results? Catastrophic. Liger's experience with scientists call growth dysregulation. Here's why. Lion genes promote growth, tiger genes promote growth. But lionesses and tigresses carry growth-inhibiting genes. When you crossbreed, those inhibitors vanish. The result? A 900-pound predator that never stops growing. Dr. Ronald Tilson, former director of conservation at Minnesota Zoo, documented that hybrid big cats exhibit unpredictable behavioral patterns from conflicting genetic programming. Their brains are 15% larger than standard big cats, but neural development follows an atypical, dangerous pattern. But wait until you hear what happened when veterinarians tried to sedate one. In 2008, Wisconsin veterinarians sedating a liger named Rocky needed triple the standard time and dosage. The hybrid metabolism processes medications differently, meaning standard protocols fail. These factors become critical when we return to Pete Getz. Chapter 3. The Tragedy. October 3rd, 2003. Lost Creek Animal Sanctuary, Oklahoma. Pete Getz, an experienced handler, was conducting routine feeding with Sierra, a 3-year-old male liger he'd worked with regularly. According to incident reports, Sierra attacked suddenly, without warning signs handlers are trained to recognize. Pete Getz died before intervention was possible. The investigation revealed something disturbing. Sierra had eaten 35 pounds of meat the previous day. Standard protocol? 40 to 50 pounds daily. Seems minor, right? Wrong. Ligers have a metabolic rate 60% higher than their parent species. Even small feeding variations affect temperament, especially in hybrids whose behavioral patterns are inherently unpredictable. This raised the question that still haunts the industry. Was this environmental, or do genetic factors in hybrids create unavoidable instability? Chapter 4. The Psychology. Dr. Lori Marker, founder of the Cheetah Conservation Fund, put it bluntly. Hybrid big cats experience conflicting instincts. Tigers are solitary. Lions are social pack animals. A hybrid may struggle with species-typical behaviors, creating stress responses that are impossible to predict or manage. The next 60 seconds will reveal a pattern the industry doesn't want you to see. 2011, Texas. A liger named Hobbs killed 2 tigers in an enclosure. The facility owner, who'd invested $120,000, told investigators the behavior was atypical, without clear territorial motivation. Between 2000 and 2020, there were 34 documented incidents involving ligers and safety concerns in the United States, a rate exceeding non-hybrid big cats in comparable environments. Yet breeding accelerated. Why? Follow the money. Chapter 5. The Economics. By 2010, the exotic pet industry was worth $15 billion annually. Ligers represented the premium segment. Liger cubs sold for $20,000 to $50,000 in states with minimal regulations: Texas, Florida, Nevada. Adults commanded 6 figures. But here's the cost breakdown nobody talks about. Daily feeding, $150 to $200, totaling $54,750 to $73,000 annually. Veterinary care, $10,000 to $30,000 annually, though most vets lack hybrid training. Secure enclosure, $50,000 or more for construction and maintenance. Liability insurance, $25,000 or more annually when available. Most insurers refuse coverage. Joseph Maldonado Passage, Joe Exotic, operated a facility housing Ligers in Oklahoma. He stated they cost $120,000 annually to maintain, calling them financially unsustainable. By 2018, his facility faced bankruptcy. Following Pete Getz' death in 2003, additional fatal incidents occurred. 2007 in Kansas, 2011 in Montana, 2012 in Florida, 2015 in Indiana. Each investigation noted the same pattern: unexpected aggressive behavior from previously manageable animals. Wildlife experts kept asking, why does breeding continue despite documented deaths? Chapter 6. The Regulatory Void. Animal welfare organizations pushed for stricter regulations. The response? Industry pushback. Congressional lobbying disclosure forms show exotic animal trade associations spent millions fighting legislation like the Big Cats and Public Safety Act. The USDA conducted internal assessments on hybrid big cats. While classified documents aren't public, Freedom of Information requests suggest serious concerns about behavioral unpredictability and public safety risks. But here's the problem. Liability settlements often include confidentiality agreements, making comprehensive data collection almost impossible for researchers and policymakers. The debate became clear: property rights versus public safety, commerce versus conservation, individual freedom versus documented fatalities. Conclusion. Today, approximately 1,200 Ligers live in the United States. Most are privately owned. Some are in roadside attractions. Others are in accredited sanctuaries struggling to provide appropriate care. Comment "ban" if you think Liger breeding should be illegal, or "freedom" if you support private ownership rights. Do it right now. I'm reading every comment. Here's what we know for certain. We're creating 900-pound hybrids with unpredictable behavior, conflicting instincts, and metabolic systems we don't understand. We're charging $100,000 for animals that cost $120,000 annually to maintain, and people are dying. So I need to know, should hybrid animals like Ligers continue to be bred and privately owned? What should regulation look like when genetics, commerce, and documented deaths collide? Are we protecting freedom, or are we breeding tragedy? Hit subscribe, because next week I'm investigating the wolf dog breeding industry, where the same patterns are emerging, but the consequences might be even worse. Trust me, this investigation gets darker. The comment section is about to explode. Let's have this conversation.